I didn't believe in curses. Not really. Not until that night off Route 190 when we picked up the antique furniture. We just gotten married, still caught up in the afterglow of our honeymoon. Driving through the South with no real plan, just open roads and the feeling that our lives were beginning. It was late afternoon when we saw it. An old wooden dresser and a mirror leaned against a rusted mailbox, half buried in dry grass. It looked expensive. Ornate carvings, brass handles, still in decent condition. My wife leaned forward, pressing her hand to the window. "That's beautiful. Why would someone throw that out?" We pulled over. The air outside was thick and still, the kind of quiet that feels unnatural. I opened the truck bed while she circled the mirror, smiling like she'd found treasure. We loaded it up. We didn't ask questions. That was the first mistake. That night, back at the cabin we'd rented off the main road, I woke up to a sound, scraping, like nails against wood. I got up expecting to see an animal at the door, but it was coming from inside, from the living room, from the dresser. I walked out and found her standing in front of the mirror, in the dark. She didn't move when I called her, just stared into the glass, whispering. When I touched her shoulder, she snapped out of it, startled, confused. Said she didn't remember getting out of bed. The next morning she seemed distant, distracted, like part of her was still somewhere else. Over the next few days it got worse. She started talking in her sleep, muttering names I didn't recognize, waking up with scratches on her arms, the kind that looked like fingernails. I asked her about them. She said it must have been her own doing, that she was having nightmares, but I wasn't sleeping either. I was hearing things. Footsteps in the attic, even though the cabin didn't have one. Breathing behind me in empty rooms. And the mirror. It never reflected right. There were moments, just for a second, where I could swear I saw something else in it. Someone else standing behind me. I tried to get rid of it. Drove it out to the woods, threw the mirror into a ditch, left the dresser by the trees. I didn't tell her, but when I got home, they were back, same spot in the living room, as if they'd never been gone. That night I found her whispering again, but this time she wasn't alone. There was something behind her in the reflection, a shape, tall, pale, watching me. I ran to her, pulled her away, but her eyes weren't her own. Her mouth moved, but the voice wasn't hers. "He won't let me go. We live here now." I tried to take her out of the house. She screamed, clawed at me. Her strength wasn't natural, blood on her fingernails, my blood. I locked her in the bedroom and called for help, but there was no signal. My phone screen just flashed static. Then the lights went out. And the sound came again, scraping from the walls, from under the floor. I saw them, hands pale and thin, reaching out from the dresser drawers, eyes watching from the mirror, and her voice from behind the door. Not pleading, not crying, laughing. By morning she was gone, the bedroom was empty, window unbroken. There were no footprints to be seen anywhere outside the house, just the mirror. And her reflection, still smiling. I never found her. They said I went mad, that I killed her, that I made it all up. But I know what I saw, I know what I let into our lives. And now I feel it watching me again. From the glass, from the road, every time I close my eyes. Have you ever picked up something that didn't belong to you and felt it watching you ever since? If this story chilled you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own tales below. Global Horror Archive will return soon with another story you won't forget.